You're watching the Illinois Players Show on Fan Media Network. I'm Patrick Quinn, and that is the Flying Illini alum, Marcus Liberty. Okay, first things first now. First things first. Late Monday night, Illinois signed another recruit, RJ Melendez. He's out of Florida. Have you seen this guy?
No, Patrick, I haven't seen him. And when you shared that information with me late last night about him signing and committing to the university, you saw my first thing was, wow.
Yeah, you checked out that video of his, huh?
I checked out the video. I went right to the computer. You know, every time I see someone committing to the university, I always go to the social media or I go to YouTube to watch some of the videos. And I watched some of this guy, RJ's videos, and he was flying through the air, dunking, and he's an exciting player. And he's shooting, you know, the long ball. I think a good pickup for the university.
Yeah, 6'7". You know, he's 195 pounds. By the time he gets through the first couple practice sessions with Coach Underwood, he's going to pack on 20, 30 pounds, hopefully, right?
Oh, no doubt. And I think that'll be good for him too.
So when I saw this video, I can't pretend like I know anything about him, but the first thing that came to my mind, and we kind of spoke about this before we started this broadcast here, but it seemed to me that we both had the same idea on who started recruiting this guy, and the proof is in the pudding. Talk about that.
Yeah, I immediately, knew that Antigua had something to do with it.
And that's a great thing.
He has that connection, in the Latin community, especially if you play basketball, and he knows how to get, to you and reach you some kind of way, and what better way to do it? It's just like with us with Coach Collins. We had a good relationship with Coach Collins. He has the same thing with his, background of getting kids to commit and making sure that I got your back.
Yeah, because, if you think about it, he had 20 schools coming for him. He's playing basketball in Kissimmee, Florida, which is, his high school is a hotbed for high school basketball. But Florida's not really a hotbed for high school basketball. And you got to think about those relationships that you build, whether you're going to be going to New York to find, Kofi or Cabello. And now you've got RJ. Those are great inroads that he's made. And then you've got Underwood that's probably sealing the deal once either there's a Zoom call made or a visit made, right?
Yeah. Or just watching the team on television and seeing how Underwood lets the guys play, out there. You have Cabello, who he probably has a relationship with some kind of way. RJ probably has some kind of relationship with him already because they're both from the PR, PR. And just to watch Illinois basketball and the way Ayo Dosunmu is playing and leading the team and doing a lot of great things and scoring 21 points, 22, close to 22 points a game, it's a no-brainer. If I was watching it as being a player, that I would want to join that team and see if I can help them, win even more games for the following season.
I'm seeing a pattern here, and with the Flying Illini, all 5 of you guys, 6, 7 of you guys that mainly played, we're all from Illinois. So then you've got a lot of guys that either from Puerto Rico, from New York. I'm seeing a trend here, and I like the trend. So that's great there on the recruiting front.
Yeah, I agree, Patrick, with you. And I know us Chicagoans, we always talk about this. Why don't we keep the kids from Chicago to stay home? It's hard now.
It is.
With open market, just like what a New Yorker would say, how can you let, Kofi get out of New York, Yeah,
so, how come we didn't go to Syracuse? Yeah.
Right, or St. John's or whatever school in Connecticut,
Yeah.
He gets out and comes, to the University of Illinois. So it's an open market now. It's open season for college coaches to go into different, cities, different states to get a kid to come and commit.
So let's shift gears to the schedule for Illinois, all right? Illinois is scheduled to play Northwestern, barring any kind of weather, on Tuesday night. Northwestern started out hot off the top of the season, and they kind of fizzled out, man.
Yeah, Northwestern is one of those teams that I know they will be up for the University of Illinois because,
Oh, heck yeah.
and a lot of people, Patrick, don't say this, but I do. I will. It's for bragging rights. When you have, two in-state schools going at it, that's part of the recruiting. So Northwestern don't want to get blown out, or beaten. They want to go in the game and thinking they can, win the game. And Illinois vice versa is like, you know what? We need to take care of business.
And let's hope they take care of business down the stretch because they've got matchups with Ohio State, another matchup scheduled with Nebraska, and then, the Big Ten tournament creeps up and Illinois still has not played Michigan.
Man. And Michigan, I think, probably one of the teams that scares me the most, because of what they have. They have some bigs that can stretch the floor out.
Yeah.
And Kofi would have to, he would have to go out and play defense on that. And I think
he would.
That's the recipe for most teams now. You notice that, even when Ohio State, I think, what's the big fella for Ohio State? Liddell, I think.
Yeah, E.J. Liddell, yeah.
He was on the perimeter a lot, shooting jump shots and threes, and it's hard for Kofi to come out and guard that.
Yeah, they're trying to distract him, trying to get him outside of the paint, get him out of the circle.
Which is
that
smart.
Might be the secret.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah, that's smart.
And you double team him. He actually, I think Kofi likes being double teamed. I think he thrives on that.
When you have guys like Ayo Dosunmu who worked on his game, who only shot 20-something% last year, and now he's in 30-something% shooting the three ball. You have Adam Miller, who's a pretty decent 3-point shooter. You have Frazier, who's a knockdown. So you have these shooters around him. And that's what you need when you have a dominant big man who's going to demand double teams. You got to have shooters around.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you before we go here. Is Ayo going to be the player of the year, the national player of the year when the season's over?
I would say it's a good chance because he is probably the hottest player, the hottest basketball player right now in college. He's playing out of his mind right now.
Oh yeah.
I think he deserves it. If it happens, he really deserves it because he put the work in.
And he would be the first. I cannot believe this is the way it is. He would be the first Associated Press first team All-American. Everybody else has been second team at Illinois. Blows my mind.
Wow.
Blows my mind.
Wow.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And I would be proud of that. If that happens, man, I would be, so happy for Ayo because I know Ayo and what his family, he has that support system and he has people behind him and want to see him do great things. And I think this would be great for the university, but even better if we can win the national championship.
Well, he's Marcus Liberty. I'm Patrick Quinn for the Illinois Players Show.
To host a player show or appear as a player on a player show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.